So, seeing how the music is still being worked on for the Metroid Marathon, I figured I'd take this as an opportunity to bitch about stuff in games that annoys me. That said, Assassin's Creed hoods. Fuck 'em. This isn't stealth at all! Okay, let me explain. In Assassin's Creed 1, assassins wore hoods. In this game, it didn't really bother me, because of the context. To infiltrate the various cities and closed-off areas of said cities, assassins would use their white robes and hoods to disguise themselves as scholars. Not much more needs to be said. It makes perfect sense. This leads to a bit of hysteria later on, where one of the Templars you had been targeting had become paranoid due to you picking off his co-conspirators, going as far as to kill actual scholars in an attempt to rid himself of you. The use of the hoods were handled brilliantly in this game. The problem began in Assassin's Creed 2, the Renaissance, in Italy. While the robes in this and every subsequent Assassin's Creed game do a good job at redesigning the robes to better fit the time period the game takes place in, the inclusion of hoods in the designs is batshit. The in-game reason given for the use of hoods in subsequent games seems to either be to hide one's face to protect your identity, which utterly fails as every Templar seems to know who the fuck you are immediately, or to keep with tradition. Not okay. I'll give Assassin's Creed 2 through Revelation some lenient, because fuck, it's the Renaissance. Maybe Ezio's a bit of an eccentric. So thematically it could still fit. However, the issue lies with the game's focus on hiding in plain sight, and the hood and bright white robes kinda undermine the point of that somewhat. It's a wonder how every guard in the city doesn't immediately realize who you are and dogpile your ass, with the exception of Brotherhood. As much like blending with the scholars in AC1, Ezio's red and white robes blend almost perfectly with the Vatican's cardinals. And Assassin's Creed 3 is even worse about this. You're in colonial America, right? You spend a lot of time wandering the frontier, lots of greenery, and you're running around stealthing it up in bright white robes. Like, what the actual fuck? This isn't stealth at all! Fortunately, in the winter, the hood actually seems reasonable for stealth, because everything is covered in a bukkake of snow. I could mention the problem with stealthing in cities in this game as well, but that would be a tad redundant. Thankfully, in this game, they offer different outfits you could change into to make yourself look inconspicuous. But the reason that isn't an excuse is because it isn't the default. And indeed, the outfits are unlockables, rather than a core part of the game. I could understand this if the hooded robes were an unlockable fun item like Altair's robes in the previous games, but it isn't. I mean, hell, Liberation came out at the same time on Vita, and your default gear was significantly less conspicuous. And there was even a mechanic where you could change outfits to better disguise yourself in different situations. Albeit, the mechanic was very flawed and poorly implemented. But the idea was there. I have less of an issue with Black Flag, as you're a pirate, and are therefore already conspicuous. Plus, the game pokes fun at having the hood up all the time when you first get the robes, and offers a plethora of other outfits to craft and purchase from the outset. Same applies to Rogue. And in this game, the default outfit is neither white robes nor a hood. It's just snazzy evening wear. I'd like to stress that for all my bitching I do, I adore the series. I do think that the period piece redesigns for the assassin robes are very well done. This is also easily my favorite gaming franchise in recent years, despite its many flaws. I complain about it because I love it. And also because I love to bitch. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful